There's no question that Storage Wars has been one of the most successful shows from A&E. From its premiere in 2010, the show conquered the hearts of its viewers by featuring the day-to-day lives of California-based buyers who would do everything to win an auction of abandoned storage lockers, even if they have little idea what would be inside. With an entertaining concept, an interesting cast, and a fair amount of drama, Storage Wars is a sight to behold when it comes to reality TV. Nevertheless, overnight fame and popularity aren't always easy to deal with, potentially changing the lives of cast members for better or for worse. So, how has the show's success affected the lives of its stars? Stay with us to know all about the scandals, legal issues, and family problems the stars of Storage Wars have gone through since the show's premiere. Though TV fame can do wonders when it comes to promoting one's business, it can also make things more complicated. Daryl Sheets has experienced a mix of both, as appearing in Storage Wars has promoted his business, but at the same time, made it increasingly more competitive. Just as Daryl affirmed in an eBaum's World article, the industry of storage locker auctioneering has changed quite a lot since Storage Wars hit TV screens. Since the show started, we've gone from 40 to 50 people at an auction to 300 people at an auction, he wrote, admitting that people find the businesses especially attractive due to how easy it is to enter it. Not everything is bad news for Daryl, though. To this day, he keeps the record for the biggest find ever made in the show, when in the third season he found around $300,000 worth of paintings by Frank Gutierrez. On top of that, becoming a TV personality had massively increased his following online and brought him lots of new customers. Having part of your life exposed on TV can be dangerous, which is something Brandi Passante has got to know well. Back in 2013, Brandi went through a hard time when a man named Hunter Moore uploaded a pornographic video onto his website of a woman who allegedly looked like her, taunting Brandi with it, and spreading it on the internet as her. Moore is known as the most hated man on the internet, and is nowadays an ex-convict jailed for identity theft. But before that, he was a free man trying to make Brandi's life a difficult one. Brandi sued Moore for damaging her professional image and causing her emotional distress, eventually winning the lawsuit and leaving no option for Moore than to delete all the content on his website which could damage her, setting a precedent for future victims. Another unwelcome consequence of fame in Brandi's life was receiving unnecessary comments on social media, which also affected her kids. I stopped posting photos of my babies because some creepy-ass dudes were harassing them, she wrote on an Instagram post, warning her followers to refrain from behaving gross towards her daughter. While Storage Wars has affected Brandi's career in positive ways for sure, it's undeniable that fame has also exposed her to difficult situations. Throughout the years, Jared Schultz and his now former girlfriend Brandi Passante became known as the couple who argued often in Storage Wars. While having that kind of reputation might not be everyone's cup of tea, fame was certainly partially positive for their family, at least in the beginning. As Jared affirmed to Orange County Register in 2014, the changes caused by the show were dramatic, but enjoyable for the most part, as their lifestyle had gone up. "We'll go to a restaurant and the chef will send us out something special," he mentioned. Nonetheless, things have changed quite a bit in recent years, starting with Jared and Brandi separating in 2018, and unwillingly attracted the media's attention to their remaining relationship as a result. Their situation reached its lowest point when Jared was arrested for domestic violence against Brandi in 2021, making their relationship a point of discussion between fans and the general public. Appearing in Storage Wars had been quite a wild ride for Weiss. While most of his co-stars had been involved in buying abandoned storage lockers for years before becoming TV stars, Barry had never heard of such a business before he was cast in the show, as Barry confessed in an interview with the YouTube channel I Shoot People. He was invited to be in the show by his friend and Storage Wars producer, Tom Beers. At the time, Barry didn't know about such auctioneering, but became interested in it upon Beers' offer. Nevertheless, Barry wasn't one to say no to some extra cash, as he was always involved in diverse types of businesses, including owning a wholesaling company and collecting and selling classic cars for profit. Besides debuting in an industry in which he didn't have any previous experience, Storage Wars also changed Barry's life by turning him into a celebrity. As he said in the same interview, he considered the attention flattering, as people recognized him even when he traveled abroad. Barry's fame is an impressive one indeed, as he became an absolute fan favorite, despite appearing in only 5 of the 14 seasons of Storage Wars aired so far. Going down the line of people who have had a great time as part of Storage Wars, it's impossible not to mention Ivy Calvin. Though the king of storage locker auctions was once a dedicated martial arts fighter, these days his business, Grandma's Attic, is quite famous thanks to his hard work and the fact he's one of the most likable buyers in Storage Wars. Of course, appearing for several seasons on an internationally famous TV show has its benefits. While most thrift stores keep their numbers low, Ivy has amassed thousands of followers both on Grandma's Attic social media accounts and personal ones. That being said, most buyers in Storage Wars are business-focused, staying away from becoming attached to their fellow co-stars. Nevertheless, Ivy Calvin has allowed himself to become best friends forever with Mary Padian, on top of spending quality time with his son Isaiah on screen. It's been a good time for him, at least from what he has let us see so far. 2 of the stars of Storage Wars who've taken the most advantage of their TV fame have been Renee and Casey Nazoda, the fan favorites known as the Bargain Hunters. Making good use of the dozens of thousands of followers they've gained on their Instagram and Facebook accounts, the Nazodas do well at promoting their business by often sharing videos, making live streams featuring the newest articles in their store, and interacting with their followers. They've also opened a very successful YouTube channel, amassing over 180,000 subscribers and allowing Renee and Casey to grow an audience outside the show. That being said, not everything is good news for the Nazodas, as their former Bargain Hunters thrift store, physical store, was robbed several times before its closure in April 2021, when they moved to the greener pastures of online commerce. Though it's unclear if the burglar had any intention other than getting some dollars out of the Nazodas' business, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that the couple's exposure to fame could have attracted malicious attention to their shop. The story of Mary Padian is an interesting one. She'd been involved in interior and furniture design for a while, having her work featured in Architectural Digest before finally opening her own business, Mary's Finds, in Texas. It was some sort of luck that a producer involved with Storage Wars entered her shop and asked Mary to appear in the show during the 2nd season. Though that initial feature was a brief one, later in 2014, Mary became a regular buyer in the show, starting her career as a storage locker auctioneer. Being introduced to the industry of thrifting wasn't the only change caused by Storage Wars in Mary's life, as it also prompted her to close her old physical shop in Texas, moving to California. The fame Mary gained through Storage Wars served her well in gaining over 300,000 followers on her Instagram account alone, making good use of that to promote her online store, Mary's Finds, and gain money for advertising brands. It's been a good deal for Mary, it seems. Out of all the Storage Wars buyers, Dave Hester is quite a special case on his own for becoming the most scandal-prone cast member out of the lot. One of his most controversial moments was when he sued Storage Wars for wrongful termination in 2012, claiming that he'd been fired for revealing the show was supposedly staged and the auctions rigged, according to court papers obtained by TMZ. Dave and A&E Networks eventually settled the case, and he went back to the show in the 5th season, but the controversy caused a stir in the show's fan base. Dave's knack for stirring up problems and confrontational personality have done wonders to cement his villain reputation for viewers. Even though it's unclear if Dave's on-screen persona has negatively affected his business, he made it obvious that he's not grateful for his time as a TV star when he admitted in a 2014 interview with the website Online Storage Auction to wishing having not spent time in Storage Wars. Going from finding increasing competition to being extorted with videos, having a great start in a new business, or being robbed and having their family exposed because of their increasing fame, it's evident that the experiences of Storage Wars cast members are quite mixed. Nevertheless, one thing for sure is that the show changed the lives of everyone involved in it. but mostly delighted viewers.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on social media or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.